Hey, was good, dog? Today we're going to be talking about Donald Trump and the election, alright? Today's video, I just want to be speaking from the heart, speaking authentically. There's not really going to be very many edits in this video. I'm just going to be rambling off, just because it's before the election, And I'm going to be meat riding Donald Trump so hard. His thingy is going to be up my poo-poo so far, it's going to be like bruh, okay? Now, as you can read in the title of this video, yes, I am an 18-year-old voting for Donald Trump. Now, why is that? Well, I've been a supporter of Mr. Trump since the very beginning in the 2016 election. Before that election, I had no idea who he was, but now I do. Now, I'm not saying I knew him personally, or I've ever gone to one of his rallies, which I would have loved to do, but there was actually a rally that was going on in my hometown. It was so crowded, they couldn't even fit everyone that wanted to go. Literally, my brother was there with his fiance, and they were outside, and right before they were going to go in, the Secret Service is like, oh, sorry, we reached max capacity, so you gotta go. And so they left, and it was kind of sad. But it was still a pretty great experience being in that line, because just being in the vicinity of Donald Trump, the aura he emits, it is absolutely crazy. And there was a bunch of Harris Walls supporters outside saying, oh, frick Donald Trump. And so my brother, he started playing one of those Tom McDonald songs. I think it was called You Missed or something. He's just blasting it out of the car, and he's like, frick you guys, frick you. So yeah, my brother is the most amazing representation of a Donald Trump supporter, okay? But anyway, so I know Donald Trump, okay? I have kept a close eye on him for the better part of 10 years now, and so have all of the libtards. The difference between me and the libtards is the way I perceive certain things that I see and where I even get that information from. If we want to go way back to the beginning, when I first heard about Donald Trump running for president, I was talking to one of my Mexican friends that is from Mexico. He recently moved to the US at that time. And we were just talking, and he's like, hey, Donald Trump is a racist? He hates Mexicans. And I'm like, well, say what? Say what? But I love Mexicans, bro. This guy's stinky. So I told my parents about it. They're like, did you guys know that Donald Trump is a racist? He hates Mexicans. And my parents are like, dude, are you stupid or something? He doesn't hate Mexicans. He just wants to deport all the illegal Mexicans. You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm talking about? Now, I bring that scenario up because it comes to show how much you're willing to believe when you know absolutely nothing about a man. Now, granted, I was 9 years old, or 10 years old, whatever. But what's funny to me is that this exact same thing has happened to the majority of libtards, either at the beginning, or in the middle, or even recently, when hearing about Donald Trump in this election. People are fear-mongering the Project 2025 thing, and it's all I've been hearing about other than abortion. Now, I could go into detail on what I think about Project 2025, but in short, I think Project 2025 is as horrendous as the last guy, okay? There are some things on there where it's like, oh, that would be pretty nice, but I'm a cis straight white Christian male, so of course I think that looks okay. This is America. This is just kind of restricting more freedom and making it more acceptable for the people that founded it, so I'm good. And luckily, Donald Trump has nothing to do with Project 2025. No matter how many times he has to say it, people will not believe him, because at the end of the day, and the reason why I don't want to go more into detail on Project 2025 is the fact that anyone could be lying about anything, okay? So no matter what Donald Trump says, people just aren't really going to listen to him, and they're going to be like, okay, he's just lying so he can get elected and then do all of these horrible things. Now, of course, there's the argument, well, when he was elected in 2016 through 2020, he didn't do any of these things, so why would he do it in his second term? It's just a whole can of worms. Something I've learned recently is that it's so difficult to convert people. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but especially with politics, no matter what you say, shifting people's opinion is just the most alien thing. It just doesn't happen, you know? You know what actually changes people's opinions? Them experiencing life, okay? So the older I've gotten, and the older that a lot of my liberal friends have gotten, we've all shifted more right, just because we're older and we've seen things, okay? These kids that are triple, quadruple, 5 times vax, drink Soylent and are on Reddit and Twitter and TikTok all the time, they're not experiencing life. They're not really seeing the world as it is. They're seeing it through a skewed view on the internet. As an example, remember when I mentioned the illegal immigration deportation thing when I first heard about Trump being allegedly a racist? I was at the airport flying to Scotland, okay, last summer, and there was all of these bloody Hispanic migrants lined up going on this special plane in this special line with these airport workers speaking Spanish to them, telling them what to do with their papers and what plane to go on. And they're just shipping them off into all these major cities that aren't, you know, where we were. And gosh dang it, seeing it firsthand, I was like, I've been hearing about all of this immigration stuff on the internet and on the news, and I'm actually seeing it in real life firsthand. I don't think I've ever talked about this on the Professor Teague's channel before, but yeah, I have been seeing these actual migrants be shuffled into these planes and go off first class, by the way, into Atlanta, New York, Ohio. Like, oh my gosh. And of course we were flying to Scotland, so it's not like all those migrants were on the plane with us, because why would they be shipping them off to Scotland? That's weird. And that wasn't just a one-time thing. My mom goes on, you know, business trips on the plane all the time. She goes to, you know, all over the country, all right? And multiple occasions she has been like going on the same plane with like these Guatemalans that clearly have not showered in a week, and they stink up the plane, and they get first class seats, okay, for free, and they're shipped off into these major cities. And so, yeah, we're seeing this immigration bull poopy firsthand. Now, to close off this immigration thing, because this is one of the, you know, main things, top 3 things that I'm very passionate about in this election cycle, to finish off, why do I think that they're letting in all these migrants and not closing those borders? Well, me and a lot of other people believe this is to get more voters and stuff, okay? They don't have an ID, but for some reason they're going to let them vote. And it's probably going to work, okay? Kamala Harris is probably going to win this election, and I'm pretty confident that she's not, but at the same time, the Democratic Party could work wonders, and they could cheat. Okay, they own the industry of election. They cheated and got Joe Biden in, which is, you know, a conspiracy, but whatever, I believe it. And so why wouldn't they do it again with Harris? And then why wouldn't they do it again for a 3rd time in a row? No matter how dislikable these presidents are, they're just gonna keep doing it, okay? And so eventually we're gonna turn into George Orwell's book, 1984, and this will be the nation of, you know, 1984, I don't know. Another thing I'm passionate about in this election cycle is, of course, the economy. Now, of course, I am 18, and, you know, I got my first job over the summer. I'm in college right now, and eventually I will have to be living on my own, because it's not like I'm going to be living with my parents until I'm 30, okay? I'm not going to be like that. I would like to think that I don't have to live with my parents until I'm 30, because if this economy doesn't improve anytime soon, then I'm going to be here for a while, okay? Now, why is the economy so bad? Well, a lot of things are in play. We're not taxing China and whatever. They're taking advantage of our trade, and prices are going up for us, but China in turn is making more money because they can do whatever they want. Now, I'm not an expert on the economy. I'm just kind of paraphrasing what I've heard and stuff. So yeah, we need to start taxing the people that we're buying from. We need to put those tariffs on it. And the Democratic Party, I heard an ad after church today on the radio, and they're like, oh, you're voting for Donald Trump? Cringe. He's going to put tariffs on Chinese products. So if you're buying stuff made in China, take that price and multiply it by 60%, because Chinese products are going to get more expensive and you won't be able to buy from Shein anymore. And I'm like, bruh, baby girl, that won't matter, because you know what else Donald Trump is going to have us do? We're going to make domestic grown manufactured products in the US. We're going to mine our own oil. We're going to make our own steel, okay? Because we're buying oil from Saudi Arabia. And what are they doing with all that money? Buying cocaine, and they're, you know, the sons of the kings and princes, they're overdosing on cocaine, and it's cringe, okay? I hate cocaine. Also, there's a chance that Saudi Arabia is funding the Palestinian Authority, and they're fighting Israel, and also Iran is doing something who are also helping them fight Israel because they hate the Jews, or something like that. I'm not keen on the thing. I just, hear things and I'm paraphrasing, okay? Let's move on. So yeah, being able to buy from other countries is pretty cool. But when it gets to the point where we're buying from them because of political favors and wanting to give money to the communists, it's cringe, okay? It just is. Not all cultures are made the same. Just because we can buy from a communist nation doesn't mean we should, because they're going to oppress their citizens. Like Cuba. The government of Cuba is a pee-pee, and he doesn't like his citizens. And if we buy from Cuba and if we travel to Cuba, we'll contribute to their economy, and that won't go to the people. It'll go straight to the government because they're communists. You see, I understand why you think Donald Trump is a racist. But please, we are seeing it all around us. If you please grow up and look around, look at the universe right now. It is struggling. It is all failing because of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. And it's only going to get worse if Kamala Harris is the actual president instead of the vice president. This person doesn't know what he's doing. Also, there's a rumor going around that Kamala is stressed out right now. She is under so much pressure during this campaign before the election, and she is struggling. She's getting a little slow and stuff. And to be fair, Donald Trump is as well, because he's going on all these talk shows and rallies and podcasts, and so he's getting kind of tired. But the difference is that Kamala is cracking under pressure. Donald Trump is thriving under pressure. You know what I'm saying? If Kamala Harris is this stressed out during a campaign, then how stressed out is she going to be during World War III? Let that sink in. Actually, no, she won't be stressed out about anything because we'll all be dead and nuked. And we're going to turn it into the Fallout universe, and we're going to be fighting death claws and rad roaches and rad scorpions. And people are going to be replaced with synthetic androids and stuff, and immortality will be unlocked through the radiation mutation stuff. If we can stop giving money to Iran and stuff, then they won't be able to fund Hamas and Hezbollah and the Houthis. There will be no war in the Middle East. And if we stop selling uranium to Russia and stuff, they won't have bombs and there will be no war in Europe. We need to make it back to the good old days. And so that's why I'm playing the new remix of Chapter 2 of Fortnite. They brought the Chapter 2 map back, and I've been enjoying it so much. I realized how much fun I was having during the pandemic playing Chapter 2. It's kind of like politics, okay? We need Donald Trump back because he was in office when we had the Chapter 2 map of Fortnite. We made Fortnite great again, like how we need to make America great again. And that time is coming really soon. I'm feeling really good about this one, guys. I've been looking around and I've been seeing everyone change their minds about everything, okay? Except for this one person, okay? So like there's this like Jew that I'm kind of friends with. We follow each other on Instagram. And she's like half Jewish or whatever. She went to Israel like right before the war started in there. She's like pro-Israel all the way. She loves the Jews because she is a Jew. But what's funny is that she's so pro-Israel, but she loves abortion, she hates Donald Trump, and she loves minorities. How do I know this? Because she has a black friend. And she puts all of this like anti-Trump Democrat stuff on her Instagram story, and I see it all the time, and I'm like, gosh dang it, you are the most politically confused person I know. You are a Jew in the United States, and you are against Donald Trump, and you love abortion? Come on, bruh. The Democratic Party is not with you. And yet the Jews always vote Democrat, and it's so weird, except for the Orthodox Jews. Those are cool, okay? And that's why we love Ben Shapiro. But the ethnically Jewish people? Come on, bruh. This is ridiculous. And by the way, the political stuff she puts on her Instagram story, it's just blatant fear-mongering. There's not like actual, like useful stuff on there. It's just, we hate Donald Trump and you need to as well. He's going to take away abortion for everyone, which is not true. Donald Trump loves abortion, okay? He wants abortion to be legal in the first 15 weeks, okay? Would he be able to do that? Probably not, but that's what he thinks, okay? And he's going to keep the abortion stuff to the states. He's not going to federally mandate it because that's cringe, okay? The president shouldn't decide how abortion is dictated. It should go to the states because every single government of each state has a different opinion, as well as all the senators in each state. It's literally that simple, okay? So if you want abortion to be 100% legal in each state, then you're crazy. cringe, because that's actual dictatorship. Roe v. Wade is stupid, and that's all I gotta say about abortion. But yeah, I don't know, I think you all get the idea. I always like to upload these rambling videos and I end up making them like 30 minutes long, but this time I don't think I really need to. I think you guys get the idea. There's a lot of stuff I wish I could have said today, but we're running out of time. So I guess I'll end with this. Please do your own research. We have just barely 2 days left to vote, and then the results will be counted, and then we'll all decide, okay? I already voted on day 1, so I'm good. And I encourage all of you to just go through the process. Go vote. Do your research. Yeah, vote before you do research, okay? Just take a guess. Gamble, if you will. I don't know if I'll make a video talking about the election results next week. I don't even know if the votes will even be counted by then, but I don't know, we'll just see what happens. I'm just going to go with the flow. This is the most consequential election of our entire lifetime, and absolutely the most pathetic and disastrous presidential campaign in my entire life, okay? Kamala Harris and Tim Walz are grifters. They don't have actual morals that they put up on that stage. Donald Trump, he is very consistent and he does have morals. It can be tracked all throughout his celebrity status career, and yeah. Sub to the second channel, follow the Rumble, Instagram, Twitter, X, TikTok, and join the Discord server. Follow other social media. Bye-bye.